Second Chance for Animals' favorite organization. And again, thrilled always to be with Katie Nordhaus, who's the animal control officer who wears so many hats, but her biggest hat is the joy that she wears and she carries for every animal in this community. A squirrel to a mouse to a deer whose antlers got stuck in a tree in the Millstone River, and to this little sweet baby, this little English bulldog named Eden, who's now the animal shelter's mascot. Katie Nordhaus is, as far as I'm concerned, just an extraordinary individual who I'm thrilled and honored to know. And when Katie has an option for you to come in and help the animals that she saves on a regular basis, we must talk about it. So here we are. Tomorrow, the 16th, holiday supply drive from 12 to 5 right here at the shelter, and that's right off Demott Lane in the municipal complex. Katie, tell us the rest of the story about this, and then we have another message for you.
So we set up this pet food drive and supply drive just to help the shelter through the coming months. It helps us just to keep on going, and we really survive a lot of ways on donations. So anything from bleach, paper towels, dog food, cat food, sheets, blankets, they use them all. Sometimes you could give everybody a new blanket. The next day they have these wild parties, and they're kind of shredded. So we go through a lot of them, and it just helps us to keep going and keep them comfortable until we can find them a home. So.
Well, this is truly the shelter environment here. This is not staffed with people who just take animals in and they watch the clock for the end of their shift. This is a place where animals are cared about, not just cared for. And one of the sweetest little babies here, who just has stolen my heart from the beginning. Yes, Miss Eden. She is so sweet. She is so sweet. Can you tell us her story, Katie?
Sure.
She's so sweet.
So she was called in as a stray. Somebody called in and said she was hit by a car on Blackwell's Mills Road back towards the end of the summer. And when I got out there, she was just laying there. So she wasn't hit by a car. It's just obviously somebody used her for breeding. She couldn't breed anymore, so they left her there. She wasn't walking, so we scooped her up. We got her over to our vet, who has just been awesome, with everything that we bring in there at Easton Animal Clinic. And got her set. We got her on some meds. She's got arthritis. She has bad hips. She has dry eye. And she's an older dog. So she's, her lifespan isn't too much longer. So we kind of thought, let her just hang out with us for a while. So she's always in the lobby, hanging out. She loves, obviously, to sit in the sun. That's her favorite. And, and so she comes with us. Somebody was also kind enough to donate a stroller to us that when she can't go to far places, if I have to take her to a school or something like that, I can pop her in the stroller and get her in there quicker, and she actually enjoys it. So.
Well, she gets to be higher elevated off the ground, so she has the opportunity to see people closer up eye to eye, so to speak. Now, she's having a good time. I don't know what she's nibbling on, but maybe she likes leaves. She cracks me up. Katie, the other thing that there are two things that we wanted to talk about. First of all, the shelter does not permit adoptions. Is it 2 weeks prior to Christmas?
No, it's actually just 1 week. So we're going to stop adoptions, by this weekend. And that's all because you don't want to take a pet home at the holiday season. There's too much going on in your household with families and parties and people coming and going, and doors get left open and dogs run out. And they're also coming from a place that they need time to settle in. They need time to decompress. So when you take a pet in for the holidays, you're taking them into a house full of people. It's overwhelming to them. And can actually cause more issues for them. So what we always suggest to people, if you really want to get someone a pet, give them a gift certificate, okay? And then bring them over to the shelter after the holidays when everybody's calmed down and they actually have time to put that animal into their life. And the other thing you have to remember too is it's a long life. It's their whole life that you have to consider. It's not just like these couple of weeks. It's going to be, for dogs and cats, so you could go anywhere from 12 up to 18 years. So we have to make sure that person is really committed to doing that and really wants that companion.
Well, or wishes to make that animal part of the family, which is really the only way to bring an animal into your home. This little girl, if she were to be lucky enough, well, she can't be luckier than where she is right now with Katie, but were she being in another environment, another home, she would have to be regarded even more specially than an animal who does not have some of her issues. You really have got to have the heart to take care of an animal like this, not just because, oh, it will be fun to teach the kids how to have a dog. And then when the newness wears off, the dog is, what's going on? How come you don't love me anymore? And that's when they get returned to a shelter. And that's when their lives are just disrupted and their hearts break. You just don't, sometimes you just don't realize. I know most of you do. Franklin is a very giving, very emotionally oriented community, and they know about animals and heartbreak. So here we are, and now she's showing her tushy to the camera. So Miss Eden has no shame. She's not shy. We get it. The other program we wanted to chat about is the senior program. Tell us about that.
All right, so our senior program is if you're a senior and you see an animal in here that you like, that the animal is also a senior, the adoption is actually free. So that would be 7 years and older for the animal, which probably be a better fit because you don't have a puppy running around or a kitten climbing the drapes, causing all kinds of disruption. They're actually calmer, and it's a much better fit for them.
Well, some dogs also climb drapes. I can tell you.
I'm sure they do.
Oh my God. Cody, my little Cody, has redecorated a few times, and we've learned to adapt to that. He hasn't quite been able to put things back where he found them, but that's part of the joy, Franklin. It's part of the chaos of having a serendipitous little animal in your home who's going to teach you that there's another way to look at things.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just such good companionship, for everybody in the family.
Well, it's there's nothing like having an animal as part of your home. They're nonverbal to a great degree, but they're so trusting, and they expect that you will trust their emotion, and that their heart will be trusted. And when you bring them into your home, they are family. They don't understand rejection like that. They just understand that this is now their home, and they're going to trust that you're going to care for them for their lifetime. This is a lifetime commitment, Franklin. Again, their lifetime. So, Katie, I know it's a beautiful day today. You have adoptions going on tomorrow, but do you have adoptions going on this week up until Monday?
Actually, it'll just be up till tomorrow. Okay. And then it doesn't mean you can't come in. You could come in, you could take a look. We're going to take your application. We'll put them on hold for you. And after everything is done with the holidays and everything's calmed down, then you can pick them up and take them home.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. And I see that you have a donation box, and it's overflowing, Franklin. So I know that donation box is always open. And you mentioned bleach, and you mentioned towels and blankets and pillows, paper towels. I know you were looking for dry dog food. Is that still a requirement or a need?
Yeah, it's still a need, but we actually, and first off, thank you to everyone who donated to us already. We truly appreciate it. All the shelters across the country are completely full right now, so it was a big help for us. But yes, we can always still use the food, canned food, dry food, whatever somebody wants to donate, we will make use of it.
And the other thing, Franklin, I don't know if you're aware of it, but the Franklin Food Bank has just recently started to offer dog and cat food. So in your donating here to the shelter, some of their donations go directly to the food bank?
Yeah, some of them do. So, and actually a lot of it's coming from Second Chance for Animals.
Okay. So, all right. That's really significant, Franklin, because too many animals are surrendered because people can't afford to feed them. So I don't understand that. You bring an animal in the house, you've got to factor in the fact that they have to eat. They need the same kind of a care as your human child does on a canine or a feline or a gerbiline level. And I don't mean to be preaching, Franklin, but this is a subject that, if you know me, is very near and dear to my heart. I have 2 adopted rescues who had horrible lives. I won't even go into the terror that they experienced, and we still deal with that. But they're family, and you deal with it. You take a responsibility when you're dealing with a rescue animal that they've had history prior to you, and there's a lot of understanding that goes into that that this animal is not going to automatically be exactly the perfect little housemate who isn't going to go on the sofa, who isn't going. This animal is going to be part of your family. That's the bottom line.
Absolutely. You know, they need that time to just settle in, and you know, you still have to teach them things.
That's it.
You know, and they're always willing to learn, and you could do it. You just have to be patient.
Right. Patience.
Yes.
That's the key.
Yep.
Okay, Franklin, we hope you will gather some patience tomorrow. Come here for this event, the holiday supply drive, with the items that Katie Nordhaus has mentioned to you. You might be, if you're lucky, able to see Miss Eden, who is just so precious. Oh my God. Sweetest little girl. Just absolutely adorable. Yes, she is. So we thank you for tuning in, Franklin. Stop by, drop off your donations. Anytime. That box over there by the door is always open, but particularly tomorrow, right before the holidays, is when the need has gotten a little larger. So once again, we thank Katie Nordhaus for the extraordinary individual that you are. You are just amazing. And the animal shelter here, right off Demont Lane Municipal Complex. Katie, any last words?
No, just you know, after the holidays, come and adopt. There's plenty here.
That's it. Thank you, Franklin. PJ Parker, Franklin Reporter and Advocate. We hope to see you here tomorrow. We'll be back.